inspiring. So soon after, part of the idea was let's just do it and keep the story really about the kids more. They are just wrapping up, and then Drea and family are just parking. So.
You too. Hey, oh my god, your hair looks so pretty. You always look on point. Are the kids still saying that?
That's a no.
I'm old.
The fact that you had to ask.
What did you just ask? Like, your hair looks on point. Are the kids still saying?
Hi everyone, welcome to Hue at Home. A question for all of you. Do dreams really come true? I'm going to ask that question to my very special guest, Drea. Do dreams come true, Drea?
Yes, they do.
Okay, folks, we're at the Dream Factory, and we're opening up with our special guests, Mandy and Drea. And Mandy, I know we'll talk all about parenting and being a mom. But Drea, let's talk about you, though. How did you come to the Dream Factory?
So in 2019, I was diagnosed with brain cancer, and it was a really tough time for me and the family. And then the Dream Factory reached out to my mom, I'm pretty sure, right? And then, my mom was really struggling, so it was hard to talk to them, but she eventually did reach out to them, and they came to me in the hospital. And from what I remember, they came to me in the hospital, and then they asked me what my dream would be. And I didn't know at the time that Disney World was a thing, which because there were so many other things going on that it was just hard to process. But then my parents were talking to me and my siblings, and we were like, Disney World. And there was so much hype about it that a lot of us wanted to go there. So we were like, okay, yeah, let's go to Disney World. So we went to Disney World in 2023, and it was the best. It was so fun. There were so many things to do. There were so many rides. There were so many not even just the rides, but the village that we got to stay in. There was just so much.
Oh, well, okay, we're going to talk more about your dream and some of the other dreams that you had too, right? Okay, so Mandy, yeah, it's been a roller coaster ride, and the Dream Factory, yes, it's making children's dreams come true like your daughter Drea, but there's so much more involved that they really do support, correct, for you?
Yes. When we were first introduced to Dream Factory, they came into Drea's hospital room, and it was just very chill, very relaxed. They came in, introduced themselves, and said they wanted to give her a dream. And as Drea said, it was hard to process at the time, but we eventually figured it out. And then Shannon is who we spoke with, and she had mentioned that if there was anything we needed, a bill that we couldn't pay, or dinner with the family, or just anything that we could do that didn't involve hospitals or doctors or nurses and things like that, they were so willing to do that for us. And yeah, it was hard to understand at the start, but we got it, and they were there with us the whole way. They're still here with us now. It's been almost 7 years, and we want to do everything we can to help support and support other families, and we also were introduced to other families because of Dream Factory. Yeah, there was just a lot of support.
Oh, and that's so nice. It's always so comforting that you know that you're not alone, and you don't have to do it all on your own too, as well.
For sure.
Yeah. So, how are you now? How are like your mom said? It's been 7 years. Does it go by fast?
Well, so a little bit, but it also, because I'm just waiting for the time where I can just feel everything's over with, not as many doctor's appointments. But I'm doing better, and just every appointment matters, and we're just waiting for that one day. But yeah, I'm doing better now, so it's good. Yeah.
let's go back and talk about dreams. And you said at first it was hard for you to process. What were some of the things that you learned from having your relationship here with Dream Factory?
I've definitely learned to be more like outgoing, and I've learned that like I don't need to like when I'm here I don't need to hide anything, right? Like I can just, I can speak about like anything really, and like I just feel more like doing like the interviews and stuff. I'm definitely more social with with the Dream Factory. Confident, yeah, definitely confident. But yeah.
And you have other children too as well, so it really does impact everybody, not just Drea. How has it been with the rest of the family, and how has Dream Factory helped through that journey?
Yeah, so Drea's sibling, she has an older brother and sister. Everybody, of course, was younger at the time, so it's extremely difficult to manage. You have one child that requires a lot of attention most of your time, and then the other ones just don't get all that. You try and keep everybody together, but obviously they can't be at the hospital with us, and trying to support the siblings at the same time is extremely difficult. There's no way to make it easy on anybody in the family. Siblings see that she's getting to do all these things and go to all these places, and they just kind of sit back and they're just kind of on the sidelines. But when we met Dream Factory, everything we did involved the entire family. It even extended to my parents, grandparents, cousins. And events that we were allowed to go to or that they sent us to, it was a whole family event, which, for me, that was everything. To have everybody together in one spot at the same time, enjoying themselves and not worrying about anything else that's going on. It was, it gets me emotional thinking about it because, all I want to do is make sure that, in 10 years from now, my kids don't come back and say, I wasn't there for them, or, because I had to be with Drea. But yeah, with the Dream Factory, they made it a lot easier to make things happen.
Oh, and it's so beautiful that they can share, Drea's happiness and be there, because those are all such special moments. So there's a lot, right, that has happened. What stands out in your mind, whether it's a local dream or the big dream of Disney World?
Yeah, so like we've obviously done a lot of things with the Dream Factory, but yeah, like one of like the best things was obviously the big dream, right? But it's not just that, right? It's a lot of other things that they've done, like when I got my own ice cream cone, at BDI, like they helped with that, right? And like a lot of things with Josh Morrissey and the Bombers, like I really enjoyed doing that stuff. So I feel like those things would stand out to me. And like when I got to meet one of my favorite WWE superstars, Alexa Bliss, like it was just so like it's not just that one big dream, right? There's so many other things that they do that's just like it's so nice. And like yeah, I really enjoy like that's why I enjoy like doing all these things, because I know that some people from the Dream Factory will be there, and like yeah, they do so much, and it's amazing.
Okay, I did not pick you as a WWE fan, but that's a great dream. And you have all those memories, and it's so fantastic. And I think also that helps in recovery too. But in talking about friendships and relationships, how important is that for you too as well?
It's extremely important having a community that understands everything you're going through, has walked in your shoes, and then also the people that you can help along the way. It does take a village, and an extremely large village when you have a diagnosis of cancer, and it's been so important to me. We've made so many really good friendships now, people that we can talk to, people we can hang out with that know everything that we know. It's just a little bit different when someone's been there. Yeah.
So the big word, cancer, or any kind of illness, for a young kid or any kid at any age, it's really tough. So, words of wisdom that you have gone through and that you have received all this love from the Dream Factory, what would you say to maybe another scared little girl that received some not great news?
I'd say, you just gotta be brave, and there's gonna be so many people that are supporting you. And, your family's always gonna be by your side. They're gonna be your biggest supporters, and obviously everyone around you. You matter, and it's, there's always gonna be something good in the end. And yeah, I know it might seem like a long time, but, there's so much ahead, and it's gonna be okay. And you just I know it's gonna be hard for anyone to go through that, right? But there's always gonna be something that's good. Yeah, there's gonna be something there that's always good.
Good. See, Drea says it's going to be good. Mandy, you must be so proud of her.
I am unbelievably proud of her. She's the strongest, bravest person I know. She's taught me so many things about myself, and patience and caring and hope. She's given us all hope.
Well, and thank you to the Dream Factory too.
Oh, of course, yeah. Without them, I don't even think hope would be a word that we would use very often. They just made it bearable. They made all the experiences and things very family oriented, and it just means so much to us to have them in our corner. Without them, it wouldn't have been the same experience. All of our stories from the last 7 years about things we've done have involved the Dream Factory.
Oh, wow. 7 great years and plenty more to come. All right, so you've heard their great story, but we've got something special coming up. We're going to actually introduce you to the Dream Machine. Now, what was your first reaction when you saw the Dream Machine?
I was honestly shocked. I was there were so many things to turn, to push. It's great. It's huge, and it's there's so much, and it's exciting.
Okay, so Drea's going to lead you through it, and don't go away because you do not have to be a kid to like this.
Hi, I'm Drea, and I'm a Dream Kid, and today I'm going to be showing you the Dream Machine. So first you get a token, and then you go and think about your dream, and then you eventually come back, and then you get to use it in the Dream Machine. So I'm going to be showing you how it works. This is my keychain of a plane, and this is my trip to Disney World.
the work that you do and the difference that you make and the donations that you give are helping someone that you might run into at the grocery store.
Welcome back. Once again, we're at the Dream Factory, and I have Andrew Kusi. And Andrew, I just want to say, Drea is a peach. She is just so wonderful, and Mandy too. Is that just a perfect example of some of the families that come here?
Yeah, when we think about Drea and Mandy and their family, it's something that we're so proud of. It's an example of where a family has really come all in with us as well, participated in our programming and become part of our community here. And, you know, as Mandy said, it's been almost 7 years. We've seen Drea grow up. We've seen her develop this confidence. We've seen her try so many new things in the face of some really difficult situations. And for us, it's surreal. It's community, it's connection, and above all else, it's human.
Okay, and I have to say, this new space for the Dream Factory is incredible. We saw the Dream Machine. That, of course, is like the big piece of this huge place. But it's so welcoming, and it doesn't look like an office space.
Yeah, we knew when we decided it was time for the Dream Factory to have a new space, we knew that kids needed something that felt like it was made for them, where they could come and immediately feel comfortable, where they could put down whatever they might be carrying that day, and where they could just be a kid. And that's what this space is, designed with flexibility in mind. So whether it's a 3-year-old or a 17-year-old, the space can change and adapt to be whatever they need in that moment. And it's a bit of a safe haven, and that's something that we're really proud. But it's also changed our work over the last year or so.
Yes, so some changes, expansion, and your team. Yeah. And that is so important.
In opening the space, we knew that we'd be able to offer more supports to families and the kids that we serve. But what we didn't expect is just how much enthusiasm there would be for families to have community space that isn't attached to the medical environment. For this space to not be associated with a clinic or appointment center or treatment place has really mattered. And what we've seen over the last year is about a 450% increase in participation from families. So we're really trying to grow to meet that demand and make sure that we're programming this space as frequently as we can, so that kids and families have things to do, a place to come, an opportunity to change the course of a week that might feel a little bit tough, and that there's just always a Dream Factory thing for them to look forward to. That's really like the change that we're in at this moment.
Well, it is exciting, and I know the focus is on the child and creating that dream, but you do so much behind the scenes for the families. Maybe take us through some of the things that we would not think of.
Yeah, I think I'll put it this way. I mean, for folks who know the Dream Factory, they might think of us as an organization that makes one big dream come true. And that's certainly still part of our work. But when we started looking at kids like Drea, who are some of the most engaged in our programming, we had kids that were here last year upwards of 35, 40 times. That's almost once a week. So when we think about the Dream Factory in the context of being this one big thing, or, you know, a weekly moment of support and community, that's really what's beginning to emerge here. And that provides families with a different level of comfort and care and connection. And that's really what this space has begun to allow, and is shifting, I think, a little bit the DNA of who the Dream Factory is on a day-to-day basis.
And that is so exciting. And for yourself, I mean, like, it, in one sense, I would think your job is heartbreaking because you see families at their most vulnerable, but then so much joy when you see them getting their big wish. For you, working here day in and day out, what have you learned? And then what do you hope to give back?
Yeah, I think the thing that I always think about is just what an immense privilege it is to get on so many fronts. One, to be responsible, to be charged with being the best part of someone's worst situation, is a really big responsibility to carry, and one that we take so seriously. So in that, we know that our role in this process and this system is to bring joy and to bring happiness. And we know that for kids and families that are going through the experience of having a child with a life-threatening illness, there are so many places that have to carry the weight of how hard it is and how difficult it is. That's not what they need from us here. So it's not what we carry either. And I think the other privilege is that we are 100% community funded. So every dollar that we have to do the work that we do comes from someone in Manitoba who believes this work is worthwhile. And that's a big responsibility to carry as well. Manitoba believes that this work is important, and we have a responsibility to do the best possible work we can with those donations. And you can see it in the walls here that work is happening every day.
This just popped into mind. Would the Dream Factory be as successful in any other Canadian city? Or is Winnipeg, come on, like the city?
I think there is something so special about the community that we're in, and the way that, of course, Manitoba is widely known as being Canada's most generous province, but you think about the work of making a dream come true, and I share this all the time. There's no manual when a child says they want to go to a specific place or meet a celebrity or, have a unique experience. The only reason that work is possible is because of connection and community. And I don't think it would happen the way that it happens in markets outside of Winnipeg, because we have just such an ability to rely on one another. Folks show up for us day in and day out, and it's such a reason why the experiences we're able to deliver are so unique and so special and so heartfelt, is because there's a real kind of heartbeat to all of that work, and that's what Winnipeg is.
Wow. Well, you certainly have made a wish come true today, to meet Drea and Mandy, and to sit down and chat with you, Andrew, and all of your team at the Dream Factory. Incredible work, and I know that anybody that has come through those doors feels the love. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so the more the merrier. Get on it. Go to the website, thedreamfactory.ca, and become part of this incredible community. So thank you so much, Andrew, and this is a very special show. I won't be signing off. See you next time on Hue at Home, because this is the final show, and it's been a great ride, almost 8 years, and we want to thank all of you that have watched us, listened to us, liked us. We felt all of your love, and so on behalf of our Hue team and myself personally, thank you so much. We will miss you, but we'll be around. So we'll see you. Bye-bye.